Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a spring body mist recommendation video for 2023. I still can't believe that we're in 2023, first of all. But these recommendations are going to be brand new recommendations. I have done this video in the past. I believe I did it last year. I don't think I did it the year before that. But I did take a look at my last year's video and I made sure that I didn't include any of those scents. I did like a top 20 in that video, so I showed quite a bit of scents. And those are all great options, so I will link that up in the cards for you guys to check out if you want to. If you want to just have even more options for springtime. But this year I thought I'd narrow it down to just a top 10, and it was really hard, but I really truly think these are some of like the best mists that you could wear for the springtime. I feel like they all represent spring, and I do have kind of like a variety of sweeter scents, fresher scents. They're all not like that nauseating sweet scent, because of course when it starts to get warmer outside you don't necessarily want to wear like the most gourmand scent that there is ever. So these recommendations are not going to be like literal cake scents. I do have videos like that on my channel, and you guys know I love those scents and I still wear them even in the spring and summer, but these are a little bit tamer, I would say, than those. Not tamer in the sense that you're gonna lose longevity and strength, because some of these are really strong scents, but just tame in the sense that they're not going to be too sweet. And before we get into this video, I do have a quick request for you guys. So I know my past few videos have been body spray videos, and I have gotten really good feedback off of those videos, and you guys have told me to do more body mist videos. But I guess I wanted to ask you guys, like, what kind of body mist videos do you guys want? I have done like my most gourmand body sprays. I've done my most long lasting body sprays. I've done like my recommendations for like a first time buyer when it comes to body sprays and you don't know what you're getting. So I feel like I have a good variety of body mist videos. So I really wanted to ask you guys if you had any video requests as far as body spray videos. Please leave those down below and I will make sure to get to those, because I don't know, I don't really know what else to do, I guess. So with all that said, without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we do, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. First off, this scent literally screams springtime. I'm not sure if it came out in the springtime. I think it might have actually came out during the summertime. I don't know. I don't really care. But it literally smells like springtime to me. And that is Denim and Daisies. Just by the name, it's freaking called Denim and Daisies. So I kind of had a love-hate relationship with this scent at first. Not really hate, because there's nothing really to not like about this scent. But I thought it was kind of like a basic scent the first time around when I ever smelled it. I think I bought it and then I returned it, or I exchange it for another scent or something like that, because I was just like, you know what, this is just a basic scent, I don't really want it. And then later on they brought it back in this like different packaging, and I really liked the packaging, but I went and smelled it again and I was like, oh, that scent actually smells really pretty, and now I really like it. Denim and Daisies has notes of sweet daisies, sun-soaked denim, and summer citrus. I feel like based off of the notes, it sounds like it would be really floral and like citrusy, just like really fresh. But there's like this really soft and pretty and like flirty sweetness to it. It's a perfect amount of fresh, sweet, citrusy, a little floral. It's a really girly, very feminine type of scent, kind of like bubbly and fun. And it's also a great scent to layer with, because it's not too intense and not too complex. So this layers perfectly with any sort of like more fresh, citrusy type of scents. And my next video will be a layering video, because I have had many requests for a layering video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, Denim and Daisies is a beautiful springtime scent. Okay, this next scent is one of my favorite body sprays from Bath & Body Works. I love it so much. The only thing I don't love about it is that it's not the longest lasting scent ever, but I can tweak and play around with that just with my own little ways of how I make my scents last. I just wish that on its own it was a little bit stronger and lasted a lot longer, because if that was the case, this would literally be like my favorite scent ever, and that is Twinkling Nights. I love this scent. I feel like it's just such a good combination of being sweet, sexy. It has like a slight perfuminess about it, and it's just so like flirty and fun. This has fragrance notes of frosted jasmine petals, whipped vanilla, and mandarin blossoms. So I fell in love with those notes. You can definitely smell that jasmine, but it's definitely done in like a lighthearted body spray way type of thing, where it's not too pungent, but I love the scent of jasmine, so I immediately loved it based off of that. But then immediately after I smelled the jasmine, I also smelled the whipped vanilla, so it has like a creamy type of vibe about it. And then the mandarin blossom, I feel like just adds like a level of freshness to it. But I think this is such a sexy scent. I've actually worn this like for date nights. I never really wear this alone just because, like I said, it's not the strongest and most long-lasting scent ever. So if I were to wear it alone, it probably wouldn't be for like an occasion like a date night where I want my scent to last all night. But when I have worn this for a date night, because I just love the scent so much, I layer it, and when I do that, I still find myself kind of smelling this. Like, it definitely lingers on, but then it's also mixed with like whatever perfume I pair this up with, and it's just, it pairs so beautifully with perfumes. But I love the scent on its own. Just wish it was a little bit more long lasting. Next body mist is actually a winter body spray, but in my opinion, I feel like it has nothing to do with like a wintertime scent. Like, it just does not smell like winter to me, you know? I feel like for me, what I associate with a winter scent is something that's really warm and strong and sweet and cozy, like comforting type of thing. I don't really envision super fresh scents for the winter time. But that's just me. And this scent is like a super fruity, fresh, fun spring, summertime scent. So I have no idea what it is doing as a like winter scent. But anyways, that is Fresh Sparkling Snow. Forget about the Fresh Sparkling Snow. It's just like a pretty fruity, fresh scent. This has notes of iced pear, frozen melon, winter apple, snowdrop blossom, and frosted musk. I feel like if you take out all those like wintry adjectives in front of all those notes, then this just becomes like a fresh fruity scent. It's a really uplifting scent, and I'm absolutely in love with the scent of pear because I feel like it just gives you such a beautiful mixture of like sweet, but then also this juicy freshness at the same time. Like, I love pear, and just the combination of the pear and the melon is mouth-watering. One of my favorite fruits is melon, and I just like, I love it, and I can definitely smell it in the scent, but it's like equal parts melon and equal parts pear. It's so pretty. It smells like those little melon high chews. I love those candies, by the way, and that's what this kind of smells like to me. So if you have this in your collection and maybe you don't use it around this time of year because you think that it's a winter scent, pull it out because it's definitely not a winter scent. It's definitely like spring and summer. Next up, I have a scent that, to be completely honest, I haven't used all that much. I've made a little dent in it because lately I've been using it, but when I first bought it, I really liked it, and then I just was not really using it that much. This is Pure Wonder, and I'm not really sure exactly the timing of when this came out. I don't know, is this supposed to be a snowflake? I don't know if it's supposed to be a snowflake or if it's just like decoration. I don't know, but if it did come out in the winter time, again, this is one that I don't really think is like winter specific. I feel like this scent is very much an all year round type of scent. There's nothing really characteristic to any season about this. This has notes of iced rosé, star jasmine, and warm white amber. Bath & Body Works likes to do a lot of these like perfumey scents, and for me, the scents that come to mind when it comes to those type of scents is like Fairy Tale, You're the One, In the Stars, Into the Night. So if you take into account all those scents, this is one of those scents. Basically, it's one of these very perfume-like scents that's pretty complex for a body spray. When I spray this out, I don't feel like I'm wearing a body spray, if that makes sense. So to be honest, there's something in here that reminds me a lot of Fairy Tale, but I feel like it's a little bit more bright, it's a little bit more bubbly and more fruity than Fairy Tale. It has like this sourness to it. It's kind of effervescent. I feel like that's kind of a better word, and I think that's because it has iced rosé, so it kind of gives me that champagne sort of feel. But I do definitely smell the jasmine, and then the warm white amber kind of adds this really pretty perfumey and kind of creamy touch to it. Really beautiful scent, honestly. Very much of like a perfumey, high-end smelling scent. Does not give body spray vibes at all. This I feel like is beautiful for like a springtime brunch or even a dinner, like whatever the case. I feel like this just goes for everything. It's a very versatile scent. Next up, I have White T-Shirt. When I first looked into this scent, I was like, this is probably not going to be a scent that I like because it just seems like a fresh scent. But I was hearing so much hype around this scent that I was like, okay, I really want to try that, but it wasn't out in Bath & Body Works. I believe this is an older scent, and then they brought it back in this collection, and when they did, I was like, okay, I have to try that because there's so much hype around that scent. Like, clearly people really love it. And when I did, I was like, wow, I actually really love this. White t-shirt, I mean, I feel like the name of it kind of, it gives off the vibes of, you know, like that clean white t-shirt and jeans type of look, you know, very effortless, but you still smell clean and like fresh, clean laundry. This has notes of crisp pear, so again, hitting me with that pear, which I love. Fresh white t-shirt, I don't know what that means, because I don't know how fresh white t-shirt can be a scent note, but moving on. Lavender cloud, clean musk, and soft sandalwood. I feel like what saves this fragrance, not saves it in the sense that it was like a bad scent and this note saved it, but I feel like the soft sandalwood in this is what kind of adds a level of depth and kind of like a level of complexity. I feel like this is gonna be so specific and maybe you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but you know, sometimes when you're like going home, I feel like this is more so gonna be relatable if you lived in like an apartment complex and you're like going home, and when your neighbors like are doing laundry, like you can smell that really, really good laundry scent. I don't know if this makes any sense, but like you could smell it in the halls as you're like walking to your home. That is what white t-shirt smells like to me. It's like that really, really good scent that it gives off whenever you're doing laundry. If you know, you know, okay? And that's what white t-shirt smells like. It's like a perfect white t-shirt type of scent. And then next up, I think this is in that same collection as white t-shirt, but this is called Fresh Getaway, and I absolutely love this scent as well. This has notes of bright yuzu, citrus, and fresh ocean air. So it's very basic on the notes, but to be honest, this smells so good. It's like a beachy scent without smelling like coconut or sunscreen. It literally smells like the ocean air. It literally transports me to like, I don't know, sitting by the beach and watching the sunset. That's what this scent puts me in the mindset of. And the bright yuzu citrus, I feel like also gives it like a brightness, a citrusy scent. And although the notes are really, really simple in it, I feel like it smells a lot more complex than what you would think this smells like. Their description on the back of this, it says, "Getaway to the coast with this refreshing fragrance that's crisp, clean, and beaming with sunny warmth." And I feel like that's a perfect description of what this smells like. This next scent is a very controversial scent. You either love it or you hate it, and I was honestly on the, I was kind of in between. Okay, I didn't completely hate it, but it was also not like a love for me. I always thought of this scent to be really, really mature. But lately, I've been wearing it and I've been really, really liking it. And that is Japanese Cherry Blossom. I think this is like one of their OG scents that they've had for like decades. I remember in middle school, I would smell everyone wearing this scent. Like it's a very, very famous Bath and Body Works scent that's still around now. So considering the fact that they've kept this scent for so long, that leads me to believe it's like a bestseller type of scent, because Bath and Body Works brings out scents, even scents that are super, super loved, and then they'll take them away after a new season. So for this scent to stick around for this long, obviously it's doing something, right? It definitely has this Japanese cherry blossom vibe in it. You can definitely smell that scent in here. It also has Asian pear, fresh mimosa petals, white jasmine, and blushing sandalwood. Okay, I just read the description in the back. It literally says, "America's most iconic feminine fragrance. Japanese cherry blossom is loved for its timeless, authentic beauty." Okay, so yeah, clearly this is very much loved. It's also very much hated, and I think the reason why is just because it is a bit more of a mature scent. I think when you think of Bath and Body Works, you think of more like teeny bopper, juvenile scents, and I'm not saying this like to judge, but I feel like most people that don't shop at Bath and Body Works and are those kind of like fragrance snobs, I think that's what people see Bath and Body Works as, until you kind of get to know the fragrances and you're like, oh, these are actually like really, really nice. They don't smell like basic body spray scents. And I think this one does not at all. Like this smells like a more mature, high-end sort of smelling scent. And lately I've really, really started to love this, and I do feel like it is such a beautiful springtime scent. It makes me feel so clean and feminine every time I wear it. It's such a feminine scent. Like that is the first and only word I will use to describe this scent. It is literally femininity in a bottle. It's so pretty. I think this and the next one, but even more so this, are like the sweetest scents out of this entire video. This is Enchanted Candy Potion. This came out for the Halloween season last year, like just a few months ago. So it's fairly new, and it was a fall time scent because it did come out for Halloween, and that's why it's called Enchanted Candy Potion. But there's something about this where, yes, it's very, very sweet, but there is like this bright fruity element to it, like this bright berry type of scents. And you know I'm a sucker for those types of scents. So this has notes of spellbinding sugar, bewitched berries, and whipped pixie dust. If you are a sweet lover, you need Enchanted Candy Potion. It is like a candy sweet scent, but with a ton of berries, like all the berries. Actually reminds me a lot of Champagne Sprinkles, which I love. Champagne Sprinkles is one of my favorite scents. It's such a like fun, bubbly, like sugar sprinkles type of scent. And this one I feel like is very much the same. It's very sugary, but at the same time it's not nauseatingly sweet. It is Pink Sugar's more wearable sister, because pink sugar can be a bit much. If you're not really a sweet lover, obviously you would hate pink sugar. It's like it's straight up sugar. It's like burnt sugar cotton candy. This is more so sugary, but also very much berry, fruity, sweet type of thing, but it's very sweet. I love layering it. It is a gorgeous scent, especially if you are a sweet lover. This is a must. Next up, I have Whipped Rose Latte. So I think this is a beautiful scent. Obviously the springtime is known for a lot of rain, and I feel like this scent specifically that I'm about to show is one of the more cozier fragrances out of this line. And also the next one, I would say, like, this one reminds me of like, you know, a cozy spring day where it's raining outside. It's not necessarily cold, but it's also not hot. You know, it's like that rainy, muggy type of weather, and you're just cozying up in a coffee shop doing your work type of thing. I feel like that was like so descriptive. But that is Whipped Rose Latte in a sense. This has fragrance notes of crushed rose petals, cocoa flour, and whipped foam. To me, this fragrance is like the body spray version, lighter version of the very, very famous Roses Vanille fragrance by Mancera, which is very, very wildly loved. I feel like you can achieve a very similar scent with this. It is a little bit tamer, not as strong. Roses Vanille is like, it's crazy strong. This is not to that extent, but I feel like this still holds its own really, really well. Like, it has great performance and pretty good projection. It is just such a pretty scent. It's a perfect mixture of like that latte, cozy, sweet scent, but then it also has rose in it. And I feel like those two scents, like rose and latte, are two scents that I would never in a million years think that they would go together or smell good, but they do. There's something about it where it's like the rose kind of gives a level of like femininity, and it's not that like synthetic gross rose scent. It's like a really, really pretty, almost like fresh rose water type of rose, and it just mixes so well with the latte. It's fresh, feminine, and rosy, but cozy, sweet, and warm because of the latte. That's basically Whipped Rose Latte. And then the very last scent I have to recommend for the spring season is Peach Prosecco Macaron. So this is another more cozy, kind of more gourmand springtime scent, but like a very wearable gourmand springtime scent, because it has that peach prosecco. So although it has that macaroon, which isn't macaroon or macaron, I don't know, but although it has that, and so it gives off a little level of that cakey gourmandness, the peach prosecco really lifts it up and gives it like that effervescent, bubbly, but sweet scent also. The peach in this is very prevalent. You can definitely smell it if you love peach scents, which peach is hit or miss, especially in body sprays. I don't know what it is about peach and body sprays, but sometimes peach and body sprays literally comes out as like, it smells like pee to me. Like that's really gross comparison, but it's just what it is. And I've heard other people say that too. Like, there's something about peach that smells a little off when it's done in body sprays. Like, there was like a peach body spray that came out for, I think, the SAS. It was this one. I'm gonna try to find it because I don't remember the name. I can't recall right now, but I'm gonna try to find it and put a picture right here. But that peach scent, no. I smelled that and I was just like repulsed. I did not like it at all. It smelled really bad. Anyways, the peach in here is very much of like a realistic, juicy, fresh peach, like that nice, sweet, juicy peach scent. The actual notes in here are peach prosecco, vanilla cream, and macaron cookie. So it's pretty gourmand, but it still has like this airy quality to it. It also has a creaminess to it, so it has a little bit of depth. Although it is categorized as a gourmand, it's definitely not a weigh you down type of gourmand scent. So those are all of my recommendations for spring 2023 as far as body mist. I did do the perfume version of this video as well, so if you guys want to check that out, I will link it in the cards. Before I end this video out, please make sure that you leave me your video requests in the comments down below, whether it is for body sprays, but also just any other videos in general, so that I can get to them. But that is it for me today. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!